we go into our match. A couple of wards being placed down, one by the Disruptor very early in the off lane. And we'll see if there are any more wards getting placed down. It's going to be a Sand King in the off lane for Team Bad English. And I guess a tri-lane top could be very strong because you have the Shadow Demon disrupt into Echo Stomp. Very strong combo. In addition, you also have the Sven to throw out a stun there as well. So whoever is in the off lane probably doesn't want to be there that much. And Slardar has a lot of regen. Really gonna have to work with his crush there. Needs to get a good one off. Because if he doesn't, it's very easy to kill him. And just the entire combo there. Juggernaut at least has a way to try to dodge the initiation of Team Bad English because he can always spin to get away from the stomp. And as he just runs over, there's going to be the... Okay, so he dodges the stun with the spin, but he's trying to back away right now. And I guess he will make it. Just the Spirit staying on him for a little bit, but that's only a level 1 Elder Titan. And unfortunately, you do not get 2 skills at level 1 for most players. Alright, so right now it's a Dazzle up against a Viper. It's a very interesting start to the lane. They just forced the Juggernaut back, and Shadow Demon, he's smoked up behind the tower. It's very unlikely that after the Juggernaut goes back to base that he would be sending out the courier. So this smoke from Shadow Demon, he's going to have to stay there for quite a while, and he only has the Wind Lace. So no courier for him. He's just going to back up right now. Yep, just putting a little bit of the Shadow Poison. Actually getting caught out by Dazzle a little bit. Dazzle has 2 stacks of the Shadow Poison. Make it 3. He could be in quite a bit of trouble. Make it 4, but it's only level 1 and doesn't do nearly enough damage to Dazzle. So he'll just have to be forced back to the base, away from the lane. Meaning that the Viper is free to do a bit more on the mid lane. More last hitting, more harassing, you know. Stuff like that. I would like to see the Shadow Demon go over to the top lane. Maybe he needs level 2 first, but in order to get the combo off, he actually hasn't gotten any XP right now. TP over to top for Dazzle really needs to help out Slardar. A Grave is something that could definitely change it over. And Sand King's gone into the jungle. Jungling pretty well with the Caustic Finale, getting some good regen. Still looking for... Oh, Sven. He takes a heal bomb to the face. Slowed down by the poison touch. There's going to be a nice stun on Slardar, but maybe they try to dive it even more. He's got some creeps to tank up the damage, and decides not to go there. Instead, the first blood comes on the mid lane, where a Viper surprisingly went down to the spin. He went 1-1-1 and still managed to die somehow. Now we're going to go over to top. There's a poison touch on Shadow Demon. Cat 3X, he's still there as well. Sven is so low. He does not want to go in on this at all. Elder Titan gets hit by a little bit of the heal bomb, but slow guard. He's actually got 4 stacks of the poison on him. Make that 5. He's going to get killed by it, and Dazzle, he's too far in. He cannot go for this at all. Another war cry from Sven means that they'll secure the kill on the Dazzle. So there's 1 down on mid, but 2 at top. And Sven having a good start, definitely not a good thing for German 5. Yeah, Viper's just going around the map. He should be fine in the mid lane. It's a really off chance that he gets killed, which is why I was a little bit surprised at the beginning when Juggernaut was able to find it. But maybe you get lucky with a crit or 2, and it's pretty easy to take down the Viper from that point. Especially with the Juggernaut walking around as fast as he is without the poison on him. He's much faster than the Viper who hasn't gone for boots yet. Oh, they're thinking about going on Sven, but he's just a bit too far back, and he also is going to have the rest of his team to help him. Still looking for this Shadow Demon movement. He's at level 2 right now. He's got boots and the Wind Lace. Might be looking for a kill over here at top. The lane is a bit pushed out. Sven would probably want to pull it back a little bit. But Shadow Demon comes around the side. There's going to be a crush used already. And the disruption doesn't decide to use it yet. Just wants to put out some poison because the Elder Titan, he's rotated away from the lane. Maybe going over to mid. Viper goes in on Juggernaut. Juggernaut's getting healed up by the healing ward, and he's going to be playing with the vision a little bit. Look how much the Viper is not able to see him. It's just very difficult to kill him when you're losing vision that much. Bottom tower is taking a bit of damage from these guys. The tower is doing as much as it can to defend itself, but there's just a lot of creeps here, and with Weaver going for a very early Blightstone, it's a good kill for him. Over at top, though, the Beast, he might be in a little bit of trouble again. Got hit by the Poison Touch, and he's getting slowed down. Doesn't have any regen or lifesteal. The Slardar, he's at 2 stacks of poison. Oh, they're all getting to 3. Disruption on Dazzle. There's another stun available. They need to put it out. They'll get 4 stacks of poison. The Crush, it's there, but it's not going to be in time to save the Dazzle. And now the Stomp also comes through. Slardar, 3 seconds, 2 seconds on the Crush, and he doesn't need to use the Magic Stick in order to get enough mana. Over at bottom, Sand King gets a stun on the Weaver, but Weaver, he might be happy to just go right for him. Disrupt decides not to use the Glimpse, though. And there's not that much to really stop this bottom lane. They want to push in. With Sand King not showing up at all, Weaver is pretty happy to just do as much damage as possible. Dodges the bugs a little bit. Weaver thinking about diving him, but not level 6 just yet, so he is going to have to be careful. A Viper slowed down once again. There's no level 6 for the Juggernaut just yet, and he's actually going to turn back, even though the creeps and illusions were taking up the tower quite a bit. So Viper's been taken down to half health and might be thinking about using the healing sub eventually, very soon. But look how far this Weaver's pushed him. There's just really no response for him, and they're not doing anything about it. He's going to have a pretty... I'm thinking that's going to be a fast Winkins build-up, even though I'd probably rather see the likes of maybe a damage item like a Desolator. He's also going for more of a no-boot strat right now. Thinking about going for the Viper once again, slowed down by the Poison Touch. It is a level 1 Poison Touch. Poison Touch is just one of those weird skills that kind of gets different abilities or aspects to it as you level it. It's one of the spells that changes the most when you put more levels into it. Like it adds slows and stuns. I can give you a bit of a look at it. So it gives you like different tiers of slows, and it's kind of confusing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And the last level stuns. Not many other heroes are like that. Sand King gets another stun, but not so much farm. And the Weaver might think about harassing him a bit more. Doesn't really like people touching his Weaverish body. But Sand King and Weaver, they're kind of similar in body shape. They're both like little bug things. Sven, he's picked up his Helm of the Dominator as well as the Dominated Creep, which he can send over to the Ancients to start stacking it. Really should start to do that. Chuck gets another spin on the lane. His spin's gonna be down, and the stomp misses. Not very close at all. Thinks about going underneath the tower a little bit, but with the healing ward there, it's a bit too far to dive. They scoured out the ranged creep, and well, they've used the disruption on Juggernaut, but you do have to be a bit careful about it. Maybe they should find the disruptor here going to the high ground. Can they find him at all? Not just yet. They want to make sure that the Ancients were not blocked in any way. So they just go over there. Stomp is going to miss. Weaver pretty free to go for Elder Titan if he wants to, but there is help from the Sand King, and Weaver probably does not want to dive that. Omni Slash available for Juggernaut. He is going around. Remember that the Shadow Demon also has a disruption. He was thinking about going for it. It's all of a question whether the Shadow Demon can react fast enough with a disrupt or not. This time Juggernaut decides not to chance it. And I definitely would like to see Weaver
Cut off.
I would definitely like to see Weaver get some more damage items. But he's just not really being as effective as he can be right now. He's kind of sitting there, maybe going for a Lincoln's, which is a very safe item for a Weaver. But if he goes for damage, like, he can absolutely dominate this lane. Still doesn't have boots, which a lot of Weavers can tend to do. Because they have the Shikuchi up pretty much all the time anyway. So you can use that for position if you need it. Viper should be getting his Dragon Lance fairly soon. He's about 500 gold away from it. It's gonna be pretty tanky at that point. Still trying to figure out like when the teams actually want to start fighting / taking towers. Juggernaut going forward. He's got the Omni Slash there. Thinking about going on to it. Viper goes forward on Disruptor. He just wants to try to get some kills here. And okay, the Grave is going to be there. Disruptor tries to TP out Viper. Disrupted up, and this should save him enough from the Omni Slash, but he's taking a lot of damage from it, and he just gets away from the creeps a bit much, so at that point the Omni Slash can kill him. They're trying to get some vision on Weaver. He's underneath the Sentry Ward, and the Astral Spirit has the bug on him. And now the other Titan has 2 bugs on him. That's interesting. I didn't know that happened. Messy. Might be getting a bit messy there. Bad Boy, he's running him very quickly with a Haste Rune, and Messy has to try to juke it out. Very fast spinning, running, killing the Shadow Demon. But the stun does hit, and Bad Boy in a bit of trouble. Are they going to be able to have enough damage? Yes, they do. Sand King gets a finish with the hit in the back. Elder Titan, he tries to go for the rune, and now he's left on his own, getting hit by a Dazzle. Doesn't want to go too far in there, though.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now Slayer's gotten up to the amplified damage level 6, where he's going to be doing a bit more damage. Stuns are a bit better. Juggernaut TP's back over to the mid lane after dying. Glimpse back, there's a spin, there's also a silence for the Viper. He's going to go right for the Disruptor again. He needs to try to get some kills. He's very tanky. He's going to go for him. He's going to put out the Viper Strike, and is it going to be enough damage? Yes, it is. He had enough poison damage to finish off the kill there. Unfortunately, the Viper died, but at least he was able to take someone with him. There's really no getting out of that kill right now. In any case, Sven at the top of the net worth right now. He's nearly at his Echo Saber, so he's getting some pretty good farm right now. I'm guessing it's just Echo Saber Blink from that point, and Sand King also picks up his Blink and might be looking to make some noise in the map right now. Viper TP's back over to the mid lane. He's very, very interested in dying most likely again. But we've got a smoke here at bottom. Maybe they want to try to kill the Sven, who definitely has a lot of farm. Would be a big kill for them. Slardar, he is ready. Blink, stun. He's got the amplified damage, and that's going to be a ton of damage on Sven. Uses the War Cry to try to get out, but he's not using the God Strength. I think he's kind of resigned himself to dying at this point. Comes back, and another crush. That's going to be a death, but meanwhile, all that's happening, there's 2 over at mid that ended up dying as well. Viper might get caught out. There's going to be the Blink. No crush from Slardar. He's slowed down quite a bit. Viper's chasing him down. That's going to be a kill for him. Now look at this. The other Titan's taken down by the Weaver once again. And, okay, there's going to be a Blink, stun, Certified G in a ton of trouble. Long-range Viper Strike from a long way away. And the Sand King slowed down a little bit more. Dazzle should be able to get the heal off. And Sand King gets hit by the edge of that weave. Oh, Viper to the high ground. He's in so much trouble. He has the double damage rune. He should be taking heroes down fairly quickly, but now he's silenced. Oh, Omni Slash getting shared by a couple of heroes. Zoo in a ton of trouble. This double damage rune won't be lasting him for all that long. And Sand King, he's in a world of trouble as well if he doesn't get that blink off. And he will before the Slardar can get there. And it just misses the crush. Yep, so that's 1,500 gold going the way of Team Bad English. So they also have this big stack here for the Sven to pick off at any time. If we take a look at the XP, and Goldgrass XP is 4,000 in favor of Team Bad English, and net worth, it's still pretty close. 1,000 gold isn't that much. Sven's still farming up as fast as he can, has the Echo Saber just delivered to him by the courier. And yep, he should have a Blink Dagger soon as well. Right now it looks like Team Bad English, they're spreading the map a little bit better, farming up more efficiently. But I'm still a bit scared of the German 5's lineup. Smoke over to the top lane, lots of heroes running over to try to kill the Viper. Viper once again a bit far up, and he's got to, no, there's no way. Stunned, crushed, heal bombed, and like he's trying to do everything he can to try to get some counter kills once again. The Certified G, a very easy grave for him. Almost taken down, but that's what graves are for.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
And while all that's happening, Sven very quietly took a, I'm sure it was loud honestly, took the Ancient stack. And maybe this Weaver bottom is going to have to be very careful. Sven is here. Oh, Sand King, does he have vision of it? Not just yet. The Weavers managed to get away, hide in the trees. Maybe the rest of his team shows up to try to help. There's going to be a TP and a couple of TPs. And at this point, the Beast is probably going to have to try to get away. Sees those Scarabs being launched by the Weaver, and they're also going to get a stun on him. To oh, nice crush by the Slider, making sure that the Echo Stomp doesn't complete at all. Not even close to being completed. And Messi, now he's trying to TP away, but he gets comes back. There's going to be an Earth Splitter right on top of a few. But it doesn't actually hit any heroes. Right now, Team Bad English, they're just trying to get out. They need to get away from this fight. Luckily, they only lose the Sand King and Shadow Demon, but it could have been a lot worse there. And in fact, it might be, as Weaver's chasing a few heroes down, but just stops. And Sven has stopped pushing it out again. Has enough money for his Blink Dagger, which he can pick up from the side shop right now. I think he should be fine just hitting this tower. He'll even use the God Strength for it. And the Radiant side, they just go for Roshan, and they just kill it so fast. They have both the amplified damage and any minus armor made by the Weaver. That puts Roshan at very low armor while all this is happening.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So they very quickly take down Roshan. The poor guy, he never stood a chance there. And we might see a bit of a push here. Aegis on Weaver. And 2,200 gold on him. He decided to pick up the Dragon Lance, makes him more tanky. And also hit from further away. Some very good range. Not really sure how I feel about it, because he might be missing some of the Geminate Swarm attacks if you have the range too high on Weaver, but he's been taking down quite a bit, and Utter Titan, barely a match for him. The next Shukuchi does enough damage to kill him. Not sure why he's getting cut out that much. A tier 1 tower taken once again by German 5, and maybe the Sven can do something bottom. What is the Sven? Yep, he has 1 second left on the God Strength. Going back to the mid lane though. Oh, opponent is in the trees, forced to blink away, so we won't have the blink epicenter here. And the tower's taking a lot of damage. Sven, he's been blinked back. He did get a nice stone on Certified G, but he puts him back in the trees. And TP's out. Lots of engagements around the map. Messi's going to get stunned by Slardar. Doesn't have a disruption available. Oh, he's gotten stunned. Slardar's moving very slowly. He'll use the sprint to try to get there. But Messi, he has to try to get away. And oh, this stomp doesn't stop things for long enough. Blink, crush, got him. Just Shadow Demon playing with fire a bit too much there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sogard gets stomped up finally here. Yoda-chan hasn't been as effective as he could have been with most of his stomps. It is a bit difficult against his team. What with a Juggernaut, Weaver, Slardar all having ways to very mobily get away from the stomp, but they still haven't been very good. And Weaver's pushing in mid. Most of this is based on the Sven though. Working towards his BKB. He needs to make sure that he's farmed so he can carry his team to victory, because right now he's really the linchpin in this. Sand King could get caught out. He's got the glimpse. Oh. So he's able to use the Sandstorm to get away from him. And do they still have vision? Yeah, they have vision. Bringing him back into the middle of 3. He'll try to burst strike away, but the rest of his team, they are not interested at all in helping him. They're just going to go for the tier 1 tower mid. They would rather get some gold from that. Lots of TPs over to him. The Beast, he's going to go for the tower, but it's denied by Dazzle. He's got nothing, and he might not even have his life in a couple seconds. Indeed, Juggernaut will finish him off with that blade, and that's 2 dead. Sand King at top, Sven on mid. At least they're not getting anything else. Or are they? Because Zoo, he's getting chased down by Weaver once again. Weaver is not afraid of anything. He still has the Aegis. A few more hits. He's going to need one more, but he's just not going to be that aggressive.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Juggernaut's getting some good farm in. He's right now on a Manta style and a level 14. Take a look at the levels and stuff. Juggernaut's up the highest right now, except for Sven. Sven's at level 15, and then our XP and gold. XP is pretty even, and so is the net worth. So both teams, even though they're kind of trading blows here, that's also reflected in the advantages, as neither team really has one. At this point, I feel like Team Bad English, they really should be thinking about what their game plan is. Maybe they just get very tanky, lots of armor for them to try to fight against this onslaught. But even if you get a lot of armor, it might not necessarily help you against the Radiant squad, because they're still going to have a lot of control and damage when they try to kill you. Something that Team Bad English, they really didn't have a whole lot of in the draft until they got to Sven. They're getting some good vision inside the Radiant jungle right now. And Cat3x manages to get a stun off, but he's still stuck here. Puts down the Earth Splitter and another Spirit. And he's getting glimpsed back, but do they actually want to go for him a Blink in 1 second? Yep, Blink stun. Another easy kill for Slardar. And the Dire thinking about going back to defend mid, but they decide against it, want to put more damage on bottom. Oh, they're thinking about it. They're going for the Slardar. Stuns up. Epicenter right on top of the face. And all of those Sand King pulses are enough. Now they're going to jump right forward onto Disruptor. This is German 5 coming apart at the seams. Book's trying to back up, and he's going to put the Grave on himself. Meanwhile, Weaver's taking the tower top, but they're going to get the same bottom, as well as a lot of heroes. Double kill for Pwn, and they've also taken the tier 2 tower. Maybe they even go forward for the tier 3. Weaver, he does not have the Aegis anymore. He has the Linken's finished up, and maybe this is where Team Bad English start to break this game open. One buyback available for Slardar, but he's back in 15 seconds anyway. Disruption gets used. The Beast, his armor is very low through that weave, but it is going to be back up right now. And they just go forward a little bit and decide to TP back. It's not worth going forward over that. Plus, the heroes are respawning pretty soon.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Shadow Demon, he's actually at a lot of gold right now. Might be saving up for a Blink Dagger. It's pretty good on him, even though he's still going to have to worry about a lot of the carries just going on him. Weaver's pretty easy to kill him. Is this Weaver still bootsless? The Weaver still does not have boots, which is completely fine. But it's just interesting that he's chosen to go for that. Definitely can get away with it. There's also Diffusal completed for Juggernaut, so his Manta style illusions do a bit more work now. Although at some point, when the Juggernaut makes those illusions, the Shadow Demon can very easily just steal them and send them back. Yep, in fact, he's going to do just that right now. So his illusions are probably going to be a little bit better. At least than the jugs when they expire.
Invisibility.
Yep. Sand King goes into his Secret Service mode. Maybe the Disruptor gets caught out. He's got the stun available as well as the Blink Dagger. He's going to use the Epicenter. He's not going to get a kill. Oh, he does. Disruptor just gets off the stuns right before the Epicenter gets finished. Now Pwn in a ton of trouble. He's getting his Blink canceled. He'll get crushed. He'll get killed. He's going to pay deeply for that one, thinking that he could get an Epicenter on a Disruptor. Not today, son. And he's going to pay dearly for that one. There's no Epicenter for this upcoming fight, which means that the German 5 can be very comfortable in their movements around the map. They can just not worry about an Epicenter, can group up a little bit, not too much for the Sven and Elder Titan. But they can definitely be a little bit freer right now, and they've taken the tier 2 tower in mid, waiting for Roshan to respawn, which he has, and this Roshan will go very quickly. There's no Epicenter, no Sand King. You don't have to worry about stuns. This is a very easy Roshan. So another Rosh for the German 5. They give the Aegis over to Weaver, who's currently at a Lincoln's Deso Dragonlance. Good build up for him at 26 minutes. Being very strong right now. And I guess we've had a smoke from Team Bad English. They want to try to get something off the back of it, but the one they're going to find is the Weaver, and he might even break the smoke. In fact, he does. He comes in from the side, and he's going to see the Weaver, but they just go forward. Book immediately blown up by the Sven, got the stun off, and they're going to go for Juggernaut. Juggernaut doesn't have anything here. So much damage from the Sven. They'll clean him up very quickly. And Kinetic Field way off the mark. Not really doing anything. Their creeps are a bit far back, though, and Juggernaut does have buyback. The creeps should be pushing up, though. Should easily take care of the range creep. But look at this. All of those creeps top. Viper's forced to deal with it. It's going to take a while for him to take him down. Sven, he's working towards the crits right now. Got the Daedalus recipe in his pocket there, and there's going to be a smoke. Disruptor leading the way with Slardar. Slardar, they know that the Sand King is up there. Or they know that Viper's up there. Viper's pushing it a bit too far. There's no help. There's a crush. There's the amplified damage. Silenced as well. Viper in so much trouble, and there's no way he gets out of that one. Earth Splitter put down. It'll catch the Weaver a little bit, but it's just cautionary. And everybody's got to get away. Creep Wave still pushing in a bit. But Nox actually has quite a bit. Also still has the Aegis, so anytime Team Bad English really want to go on him, it's going to take quite a bit to actually kill him. 1,800 gold in the bank, and he's 4-0-4. Doing everything they can to just try to push out the waves, make sure that they have equilibrium. They don't want any of the waves pushing in on their side of the map. Want to make sure that they have some good map control. Really only one ward right now for the Team Bad English, and they have a lot of sentries, but both teams really don't have too much vision. It's 5 sentries right now. For actually 6. 6 sentries for Team Bad English. Got to get that vision up. A few disconnects here. I guess the connections are not good for TBE. It's a bit unfortunate. Let's see if there are any items that I missed. Viper is probably working towards his BKB right now. Sven, he does not have the Daedalus yet. It's very close. But he might want to save for buyback as well. The Blink Dagger on Jug. And Sardar's getting some tankiness as well. Well, right now, Team Bad English, I would say they're a little bit behind. Yeah, not that much. XP is a little bit on their side. They still have to work with their Sven. They have a really good combo, but in most of these fights, they're just not able to get it off, which is their big problem. I think they have to lead off with the Elder Titan getting a good stomp into the Earth Splitter, because once that happens, you can basically get any kind of initiation from the rest of the team. It'd definitely be very good. Alright, so here we go back into the game. The Radiant side, they're kind of grouped up in their own jungle, but don't think they have a smoke or anything. Yeah, no smoke for another 3 minutes. And Sven is a bit far up. He's got an Invis rune, and we still have some disconnects. It's a bit unfortunate when people can't have stable stable connections. Of course, it's Volvo's fault. And I just realized this entire time you didn't have an overlay, so you can have that prettiness for a little bit more. Maybe there will be a game 5 so I can actually use it for most of the game, but in any case, hoping that these guys can get back into the match sometime and we can finish this thing. It's definitely a fun match to watch. These teams are very at each other, and they're playing well for the most part, getting a lot of farm. Alright, I think we are all just about ready. Hopefully the connection problems are over. We've got 28 minutes in. Still possibly a lot of time left on this match. Let's check in on some effigies. Or not. I guess the game's starting. Here's an axe, there's an axe. It's a nice little effigy there. And all the Radiant are on the top side of the map. Dazzle's got an Aether Lens, so he can be a bit further away when he's going for all those heals. But they kill these creeps very quickly. Might be thinking about going for the tier 2 tower right now. It did take a lot of damage at the beginning of the game and is nearly down. And they take it down very quickly. They're just sending in Sven illusions over to bottom. Do a little bit of damage, but Disruptor is there. Oh, he's going to jump right onto him by the Sven. God Strength going, and he's got to get back. Is he able to finish it off with creeps? Oh, they finish it off with the Burrow Strike, and he'll try to get out. He's trying to TP away. Is he going to make it? No, the Crush. It stops him in his tracks. At least the Sven gets away, and they get the kill, but man, they committed so much for that kill, and it was only a Disruptor. I guess they did have to kill him so he didn't get any glimpses off, but still, that was a little bit weird. Weaver is still pushing bottom. The Titan's here, and he's going to be taking so much damage from this. Forced to use the Ghost Scepter to get out, and Weaver just does not go. And that is the last member on Team Bad English that did not disconnect yet. So Sand King dead for another 30 seconds. I guess they decide that it's not really worth it to pause the game while he's dead. So hopefully he reconnects by the time he's back up. But I guess everybody on the team had to disconnect at least once. Some Juggernaut illusions can go forward. Weaver was knocked up there, and he needs to get the time lapse. And he does, but he's taking so much damage from the Viper illusions, the Juggernaut illusions. He needs to be completely out of there. And now the Sand King is back into the game. Or back alive, so they need to pause. So that he can get back in here. For German 5, their lineup is a bit more pick-off focused, and they've really been able to find most of them. Team Bad English have made a few mistakes that German 5 were able to capitalize on. And that's a weird artifact on the Sven. Anyway, he's sending the courier over to the secret shop right now to pick up his Demon Edge to finish off the Daedalus. So it's a bit of a damage infusion for him.
take that as tribute.
Juggernaut's still getting some good farm, 3k gold right now. And he's already pretty farmed up at this point. Blink Dagger, Diffusal, Manta Style. He's got a lot of gold. Weaver Bugs, just scouting it out a little bit. Poon, he's got the... Ooh. Well, the Aegis is gone now. And the Beast is ready. But they're just not able to find anyone in the jungle here. They just need to go back to farming. And hope they can just keep the aggression up. Looks like it might be a smoke. Not a smoke just yet. For Disruptor and the boys. Still looking for that engagement though. Both teams, they have situations where they're very susceptible to being caught out. They want to try to find some space on the map, and when you get into longer games like this, sometimes you just want to keep looking and looking, and sometimes it takes you to the other side of the map. And at that point, it's very easy to die, because generally you won't have as good vision on the other side of the map, and we can take a look at that. A little bit for the Dire side there, but mostly on over here. And then the Radiant Vision. They don't really see that much. They don't have any words on the map right now. Smoke here from the Dire side. They could find the Dazzle. They get the stun on him, and they'll... Oh, nice crush from the Slardar. I don't think this Dazzle gets out, though. He's going to get stunned. Eul's Scepter up into the sky, and very easily killed by the Sand King. They might go for Roshan right now, but Rosh isn't available for at least another minute, so maybe they should probably just take the tier 2 tower mid. Make sure that goes down. Yeah, if they go into Rosh but realize he's not there, so they just leave the Viper and Sand King pushing out mid. They'll drop a couple of illusions, put a little bit of damage on the tower, but with only a Dazzle being down, I guess it's not enough for TBE. Over at bottom, maybe someone's gonna go down. Outer Titan getting a bit low. Nice Linken's popping. Unfortunately, though, it's just a Linken's, and Weaver doesn't actually take any damage from it. All right, Weaver's still going around. At least the Elder Titan also dodged a bullet there. Like, he could have definitely gone down to the Weaver. Sometimes the Weaver just kind of chases you around the map. Man, I really like when other casters highlight items in the chat that I kind of already pointed out a while ago. I'm pretty sure he's had that BKB for a while. Like, I don't even know the thought process that goes through that. Like, why do you highlight items in the chat as a caster? Because you should be talking about it anyway. You don't need to say it in the chat. Anyway, double stun by Slardar onto 2. The Beastie's caught out. It's going to be glimpsed back. And, well, with the Sven being there, they decide that it's not a very good idea. But here comes the Sand King. He's got the long-range Burrow Strike stun on Slardar. Just so long range with the Aghanim Scepter. He just does the stun from so far away. They do have a lot of answers for the Sand King with the Gem of True Sight. But both teams are kind of aimless right now. They're kind of making a couple of stabs in the dark, but none of those really end up hitting. So they do need to be careful. And Sven is very tanky at this point, 2560. Bad Boy running around. I believe he's still the stand-in for German 5. And he's done pretty well in a lot of the matches, but sometimes it's just not been enough. He's been playing pretty well with the team, though. Halberd on Viper. That's an interesting pickup. With the Weaver... Well, he's only on a Linken's. No BKB or anything. So if the Linken's gets popped, you can just get the Halberd on him. Or you can can like Halberd and then Viper strike the Weaver if that's really what you want. But this Viper's been using that ultimate mostly for the supports. A little bit of scouting being done by that Viper illusion. And Team Bad English absolutely have to get back to the base right now.
Top tower is under attack.
Our teams are getting stunned up by Elder Titan. It's the AC and Daedalus on Sven. He's getting pretty stacked right now.
Radiant's bottom
Throws
tower
out
is
the
under
Scarabs.
attack.
They have the sentry down. Oh, Lincoln's get popped and Sand King misses the stun. There's going to be a glimpse on Elder Titan. Oh, so much damage on the Disruptor. It's just ridiculous how much the Beast can do. And now they're going to go right for Roshan, which has respawned.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yep, they're going to
attack.
take him down fairly quickly. And that'll be an Aegis. Possibly on Sven, but they will probably put it on someone else. They'll put it on the Viper, I guess.
Fallen to the dire.
Yep, and there's also Cheese. Cheese for the Elder Titan. Alright, so here we go. They're smoked up, going for the base. They just want to push it in. And Shadow Demon's leading the way. But over at top, Weaver's getting some split pushing done. He has a haste rune. If they're not careful, he could take a tower here. I think they do need to realize that this push either needs to be quick, or they need to go defend.
Dire's top tower is
And the
under
Weaver,
attack.
he's making them make that
Dire's
decision.
structures
Viper's
are
going over there.
fortified.
And he says, Weaver, you've got to get out of here. You do not belong. Very sad day for the Weaver son. Also farm here for Sand King. He's got an Aghanim Scepter, Yule Scepter. Lots of scepters. But Weaver is just farming very quickly right now. 4,200 gold in the bank. And he's doing very well. 4-0-4. Hasn't died at all despite not having boots. No boots build, guys. It works. But Swardo's looking for the initiation. What does he see? He actually sees quite a bit here with that ward. He might think about going for the Elder Titan. There isn't a lot there to help him, and he's going to die very quickly. Just so much minus armor, it just does not take any time to kill him. Glimpse is going to get used. He uses the Ghost Scepter to try to get out, but the Diffusal Weight also got used. Bad Boy, he's in a ton of trouble. He's graved up, trying to get away. Back into the fight. He's been Yule Scepter up in the air, and will die immediately after that. Sven, looking for the shortcut. He's got a Blink Dagger, might be going for Dazzle, but he just decides to go over to the high ground with his God Strength. And that means that anybody that's on the mid lane, they could try to go for them. Viper, holy shit. -6 damage, or -6 armor after all is said and done. Weaver's hitting from the low ground, so he's missing a lot of his shots, but Viper's going to get the Aegis popped. So Sand King comes with a nice stun on the Dazzle. Sven thinking about blinking in, but he's not being very manly right now, and they don't have a lot of detection for Weaver. Sven says, guys, can we just stop fighting? And disengage comes from Team Bad English. And maybe they're still looking for things around the map. Pone, he might get caught out. He's trying to burrow strike away. Does he have enough vision for a glimpse? No, he's not really got any vision here. And he'll just try to TP out. 39 minutes now, almost to the time from the last match. And Elder Titan goes to bottom. He sees a couple of creeps there. None from the Radiant side though. They're not really farming it at all. They stomp the ground. Takes a lot of those creeps, and the rest of them finished off by Sand King. These fights are all still very close, and I guess we could look at the XP and gold to have an idea of like who's having the advantage, but it's still fairly close. XP is a bit far for Team Bad English, but it's still very close for net worth, and at this point, it's net worth leads mean a little bit less than hero composition. I'd rather have a good hero composition than like a ton of gold and not a good hero comp if you get where I'm going with that. So right now, I'd still kind of give the edge over to German 5 because they have quite a bit of minus armor, and well, there is a frost armor troll, or frost ogre for the dire side right now, so he's giving them a little bit more armor. They're getting quite a bit. I mean, a lot of their items that they're getting right now are just like armor buffers. So like this Sven right now, he's got 43 armor. Give or take a little bit. So yeah, he's doing pretty well in that department. And that's actually, yeah, 53 armor with the Warcry going. He just kills these creeps so quickly. And Weaver almost has a butterfly, so that's going to force Sven to go for something like an MKB or just cleave the Weaver down, which is entirely possible. Oh, double damage rune. That's more armor. More armor from the Frost Mage. Roshan will be back soon. Outer Titan sends out his spirit, and he might get glimpsed back here. They don't have vision just yet. Will they find him? He's a bit far away. He's going to put out a stomp, and he's glimpsed back a couple of feet. There's a crush, but he's already used the Ghost Scepter. It will end eventually and just immediately cleaned up. Sven is bottom. Sven's TP is down for another 18 seconds. The dire side absolutely have to get back away from this one. Viper takes so much damage from the Weaver, gets a lot of mana stolen away as well. But Sven is able to create enough space to force the Radiant side back. Maybe they chase him down this time as well. He's going to BKB and get out. Maybe didn't even need that, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And over at mid, Dazzle just stayed a bit too long. Yep, just staying around the mid lane for a very long amount of time. Nox is ready, so is Sogard. They've got the stun, they've got a lot of minus armor. Maybe they could find someone out here, but it's not going to happen. The Beast, he's over hitting some creeps, and they're dying very quickly because of how beastly he is. Roshan's not going to be alive for quite a while still. Probably like 3.5 minutes. They can't really afford to wait for him either. And another disconnect. Is this going to be the cycle of Team Bad English disconnecting players again? It's like wait for all of them to disconnect one by one. Still a very interesting match here. Both teams, I think they have equal chances of taking it right now. I wouldn't really give the edge to anyone. Really, it's about the initiation and who's able to get it, because maybe the other tank gets something good off, but really haven't seen it so much this match. Almost kind of making it so that I wouldn't really care about banning it in a lot of matches, but if you have some more setup for it, it makes it a lot easier, like a Chronosphere or something. Something that holds heroes in place. Maybe even a Darkseer would work well with Elder Titan. But this match, there's not really that kind of control. In any case, yeah, still waiting for this match to get underway again. I guess we could look at the items a little bit. Weaver's still going for that butterfly. Bad Boy hasn't really made up anything else. Lotus Orb for Sand King is interesting. It's actually really interesting. If you're able to get a good Lotus Orb off, maybe you could go like double Omni Slash on Juggernaut. Amplify damage. Pretty countered by Lotus Orb. Maybe even a Glimpse. I don't think Glimpse Lotus Orb helps you that much. What is Sven? Sven's, I guess, going for an MKB right away. He sees the the Eagle Song on Weaver and decides that's going to be the build-up. Make sure that he has the True Strike for him. Couple of Ghost Scepters for TBE on the Elder Titan and Shadow Demon. It's been helping them a little bit in these fights because a lot of what German 5 are doing in these matches, or this match in particular, is physical damage. Although there is some magic damage that they do need to or there is physical damage they have other things they need to address, but the Ghost Scepters are definitely helping them out quite a bit this match, making them survive a little bit longer. The problem is the initiations on the rest of their team. Initiations are a bit too fast, and then the rest of their team are a bit too far behind as a result of that. Yeah, eventually this guy's going to be back. I think I might go to a break real quick, just while we're waiting for him. I guess we can continue to look at our effigies, though, if we want. Never really noticed that there's a skull right there. There's a couple of weird things around the Dota map that you don't really notice all the time, but are definitely there. HS4 Cycle 8 winner, I have no idea what that is, but I'm sure it's interesting. A tear on the ground. And there's an axe dunking. We saw that one before. Morphling. Seen that one before. And then Naga Siren singing. Some interesting effigies. So I think I'm gonna go to a break, possibly. Don't really know where he is. Let's see. Alright, so if you have any questions, feel free to just put them in the chat. I should be able to answer them at some point. But for now, I'm just going to go to a be right back screen, and we'll continue with the match as soon as the player reconnects. Cheers, guys.
It's tonight.
Alright, so we are back into the match right now. And oh, something happened. We've got a cheese for the Viper. Alright, sorry. Thought I didn't have sound for a little bit. So Sven, yeah, he's just running around the map and he's got his stuff around. Do we have an Aegis on anyone? You don't see an Aegis anymore. It's just a cheese on Viper. So anyway, let's type in the chat real quick. Alright. So Shadow Demon is pushing out the lane and the German whoa baby. And they don't have a oh my god, they actually just completely missed him. No glimpse or anything. They didn't have vision in it. In any case, okay, they get a defusal and then an immediate bash onto Viper. Viper trying to get away. He's slowed down. He's defused once again. He'll use the Mantis style to try to get away. That's 3 defusal charges on him. They really want him, but they're going to try. Okay, he eats the cheese, and now they're going to go right in on the Slardar. Sand King, he's being microwaved by someone, but the Beast, he is being beastly. Going ham, man. He's killed the Dazzle. He's going to go right for him all. Slardar, he's crushed, but he's BKB'd, and it doesn't stop the Sven for 1 second. Sven, he's got a blink, but Weaver, he's invisible, and he's got his Lincolns. It's going to be procced right now. So much damage. He's forced to use the time lapse and he'll get away, but are they going to have enough? They have another Sand King stun in just a few seconds. Can they get him? They have some vision. Oh, he's going to Shikuchi and try to get away, but Sand King has the gem. Another Lincoln Sphere pop. And can they actually get him? He goes into the corner, tries to TP away. Not gonna happen this time. Sven kills him, and you would think that German 5, if they were up a player, one had disconnected, that they probably would have won that fight, but no. They got killed, and 2 for 4. 2,600 gold the way of the team Bad English. And man, did they look good there. I mean, you don't even have to do that much with the Sand King. Just follow people around and maybe just kind of get a stun or 2 off every once in a while. Honestly, though, they really should maybe hold their horses a little bit. In any case, Cat 3X is just gonna scout out the Roche, and it will respawn soon. I'm just getting some warding up right now. They really do need to break the base at some point, and they're gonna have to get through some of the buybacks here. So like everyone on the Radiant except for the supports have buyback at this point. In fact, none of the supports have buyback and everyone else does. Sven's got quite a bit of gold. He's finished up his MKB, and they're killing Roshan now. Sand King ready on the high ground. And they're going to kill it pretty well. We'll see where the Aegis I'm pretty sure is going to go to Viper. Sven really doesn't have slots anymore. So the Aegis goes to Viper, cheese on Shadow Demon, and there's still a push coming in top from the Radiant. I don't think they have vision of those here, it's just that a couple of illusions are there. So they're going to head back. I would think that they're going to head back over to top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're just kind of forcing them out of the base. They just got to keep those waves away, not get pushed in too hard. Because once they start getting attacked on multiple fronts, Team Bad English are probably going to start crumbling. So Viper's getting some good farm here. In terms of levels, Sven is at the top. Some of the supports are still below level 16, which is when their ultimates would get upgraded. So they do need to get back up there. But yeah, things are starting to get pretty ridiculous right now. Hopefully the Sand King comes back at some point, but Team Bad English, they're being very cautious because he's not there. Hopefully someone is good at microing him though. He walks very quickly. It's very fast Sand King. And maybe they get picked off here. Their vision isn't really the greatest. They need to go over to the east side so they can at least have some kind of vision of them. But they're just going to come down the mid lane. Maybe Slardar looks for a stun, but he probably doesn't want to do so far outside his base. And Sand King, he blinks to the high ground. Not really looking at a whole lot, but they just quickly take down the tower. And they're going to move in here. They go to the high ground. This is where the Radiant are going to have to make their stand, and they can also siege this with the Shadow Demon. Now they really don't want him jumped on, which he definitely could be with the Juggernaut, Blink Dagger, and Abyssal. And for now, the Radiant, they've repelled the push. The tower's down to half health, and the Dire, they're just going to push out all the lanes, making sure that they don't get pushed in too much. Alright, so over at bottom, Sand King in a bit of trouble. He's too far out, and he blinks out. He's blinking away. He's going to try to get out, and the crush off the mark. They don't have vision of it. What's he doing? Doing? Oh. Oh my god. Is he? I am. I don't even know what was going on there. Well, while all that was happening, there was space being created. The gem was on the ground, but yep. Sven just goes over. He popped the God Strength for it, and he did quite a bit of damage. So I guess the plan was just to. Wow. I guess the plan was just to create some space, and they're also probably going to get a Juggernaut out of this. He's going to use his spin to get away, but he's still taking so much damage. The Elder Titan uses the Split Earth. I'm not really sure why. Dual Scepter up in the sky, and the Stomp will hit. Sven finds the kill. These are some interesting fights right now. Don't really expect those. And there's still an Aegis on Viper. I guess Team Bad English are kind of resulting to some very weird tactics in order to try to get the win right now. Be very interesting if they come back and manage to win the game with only 4 players. Of course, they're still microing the Sand King, but do they get the Weaver here? They don't have vision of the high ground at all. They're still just gonna run in, and Weaver's free to try to come in from behind. And they're also possibly going to get a good stun off from Slardar. They will, but he's actually gotten stunned right off the bat, so it interrupts him a little bit. Oh, Elder Titan, he's got the stun off. It's going to be a man fight. Juggernaut versus the Beast, and Beast easily wins it. Use the BKB. Was that a dazzle? I don't think so. They're going to go for the tier 3 tower right now. They'll take it down very quickly. The Beast still doing a ridiculous amount of damage. And there's going to be a TP back in. The Beast, he's almost low. In fact, he's going to be dead. He should probably buy back at this point to help out his team because they are very far in. Oh, Sand King, he's used the Sandstorm to try to get away, and he's going to buy back right now. Time lapse has been used, and he's going to TP in right in on the Weaver. Oh, they force staff him in, and they will easily take care of the Disruptor. No glimpse this time, and he is going to buy back into the game. Maybe he's able to get it off. They're going to go for the Rex right now. Yeah, the glimpses him back, but it really doesn't do that much, and he's managed to get out. They're going to stun Disruptor once again. Can the Beast get anything off? Nice crush by the Slardar, but look at the damage from Viper. Viper doing more than enough. They're going to get a double stun on the 2. Sven going right for the Slardar. He picks him off, and he's also going to get that kill. Weaver, he's still alive. Nice triple stun from the Slardar. Are they going to be able to turn it off? Nice bash on Sand King, and they're going to get him. Zoo trying to get out. Zoo, he got a nice Hurricane Pike on the Weaver, but now this Viper is going to be the one to kill. They took another tier 3 tower, and they took a full set of racks, but it also cost them the buyback on Sven, so they absolutely have to back up right now, and he cannot afford to die. Maybe he looks for another kill right now. He's actually just going to blink away and TP out. And they cannot lose the Shadow Demon here either. Buybacks are still up for Sand King and the Viper. Cheese now goes on the Courier. And we've got a pause. Okay. So game is very interesting right now. Team Bad English, they're splitting up the map very well, doing a little bit of split pushing, and with a Sven, they just take towers down so quickly. If they take a good fight, they can just go right down the lanes and really put the pressure on the German boys, and looks like we're ready to go once again. Except the German boys are not ready. This game is going to devolve into a lot of different skirmishes, and it's gonna be interesting to see who ends up triumphing, because it's very rare that you see teams actually do that well with only 4 players. Yeah, I wish I were partnered with Twitch, but you know, you can still have quality options if you're not partnered, but you have to have it at the beginning of your stream. They don't give it to you in the middle anymore, and it's also kind of a peak time. Like, it's the end of Europe, days, and then kind of like the afternoon for US when a lot of streamers would be going online. So Twitch's servers are kind of used up at this point. So I won't really be getting quality options for a while, unless I like have some more consistent numbers, but a lot of the time I don't really have a lot of viewers. So you have to have viewers before they give you quality options, and I don't have that. But VODs are uploaded on YouTube. I'm sorry if your internet is not so good. I guess we're ready to go now. Let's see if anyone gets caught out. Maybe the Sven. Svarta's kind of stalking here. What's the vision like? They don't see the Shadow Demon walking around. They really don't see anything but the Sven. Sven goes in, and that's going to be an Abyssal Blade. Sven, he doesn't have buyback now. I don't know why he's so far out. He's down for 120 seconds, and this might be the opportunity for the German boys. Nice to be back to the base for the Shadow Demon, but they don't have their big damage now. And German 5, they might be free to just go for the base right now. 100 seconds on the sideline for Sven. Yeah, he doesn't have buyback for another 5 minutes. Just trying to push the lanes out, but they can't do much. And at this point, German 5, they might just rush down mid, take the tier 3 tower, and then go right for the tier 4s, because the Sven definitely doesn't have enough time to get back into this fight. They're gonna have to come up with a big Sand King ultimate, and basically everything, big everything. And Messi cannot be that far up. Gets a nice disruption. So the Juggernaut illusions, yeah, they should be fine. BKB gonna get popped, but that does not help you with the purge. And Juggernaut's going to get most of his mana stolen away from him. Look at that! He's almost killed by it! Viper's just doing so much damage here. They have to stun those illusions. They are completely underestimating those. Disruptor thrown up into the sky. He's getting a little bit low. Puts the silence on the Elder Titan. The Split Earth cleans them up. Now Viper, he has to come up big right now. Sven, still 50 more seconds. And Zoo, he's trying to get away, but it's not going to happen. He still has buyback. He'll use it right now, getting back into the fight. So does the Elder Titan. They're putting their lives on the line right now. Bad Boy has to get out. He's very low. Sand King, Burrow Strike in. Can they take him down? They're getting very close, but it's not going to be enough. And now Sand King, he's got a buyback as well. Viper, they need the damage from him. He's almost taking down the Slardar. Anti will get him. Now they go right for the Dazzle. They'll get him. Do they get the Weaver? Weaver probably going to Shikuchi away, and they don't have the ability to go and get him, and there's no one else to be able to help. Holding the line, and oh no. He's able to use the Ghost Scepter, and actually does the Weaver die here. He gets the time lapse off, and he's trying to back away right now. There's no detection from Zoo. Zoo, he could go down. A couple of Scarabs are going back over. He's looking inside the base. He might be getting the Elder Titan. And look at this. Sven, he's ready. He's going to go right over and clear out the waves. Viper is treading dangerous waters right now. Right now, the worst thing that German 5 can do is die without their buybacks, and pretty much all of them don't have them up right now. Where's my buybacks? There it is. For the Dire, it's only the Sand King, and that's it. It's a very tough game. Oh, Weaver could run right into Sven. Oh, Sven, there's the Lincolns there. They've got to get the stun. They're not going to, though. And he's going to go right for Sven once again. Sven cannot afford to die at this point. They just can't get caught outside their base. Basically, if they're outside their base or Weaver is able to find them, they're going to die. Alright, Weaver going for the ranged Drax, and he's actually going to time lapse out of there and back away. Very close game right now. And, well, Sven thinking about oh! Forces out the BKB, and he cannot be there anymore. He has to absolutely back up. Sven, you do not have buyback. Please leave. Please leave. He's going to get Diffusal Bladed up. Oh, Abyssal Blade. Maybe Sven is able to get away, but he's not. No. No. Sven, please. Why do you... Oh, man. We had such faith in you, man. And he still doesn't have buyback for another 2 minutes. Maybe it's tactical feeding. Man, this is such a difficult game for Team Bad English. They just keep making it harder on themselves. When you can't throw out the stun like that, when Juggernaut's able to get a BKB off and then the Diffusal Blade, things are very difficult for Sven, especially when he's by himself. Oh, Sand King, he's right with the Epicenter, he's going to go in, but Juggernaut has already used the Blade Fury. And, Abyssal Blade on Shadow Demon, easily taking him down. He'll actually use the Ghost Scepter right now, and there is still a Diffusal Blade charge on the Juggernaut. Earth Splitter coming through. It's only going to hit, not at all, actually. And maybe the Viper is able to get enough kills here. Nice stomp by the Elder Titan, really slowing this down. He needs to continue to do that. Viper's going to get caught out, and he doesn't have the BKB. He's actually going to get killed here. And just so much damage, and that's it. Team Bad English call it. It's going to be going to a game number 5 in this best of 5 series. After a very close game. Hopefully we have a 5th member for game number 5, but for now, German 5, they make it so that we go to a game 5 that has their name on it. We'll see if they are able to make it theirs even more, but for now, we're going to go to another break, take a look at the scoreboard real quick, and keep having a good time here, guys. We'll be back with game number 5 of this best of 5 in just a few moments. Stay classy, guys.